What up, players? Subscribe! What up, players? WAAAGH here up in this mud, and I'm gonna show you today my completed second rank of... Oi! You savages need to get you a set of proper wheels! Alright, now that that's over with, my second rank is done! And as you can see, I put 2 of these guys on the cavalry base that comes with the Savage Orcs box set. 4 of these guys I put on a regimental base, and there are the other 4 single guys in the back. Oh, my single Savage Orcs! So let me show you what I've got here. This is Ghostface Killa and another blue Savage, face-painted Savage Orc. And again, like the boss, I put that guy up on a rock to give him a little bit of a height, and just because his pose has so much, you know, movement and action going on in it. So I gave them both, let's see, axe choppas, and I love how this guy's got this little bone in his left hand, like he's jumping forward to stab down with it. And I picked these 2 guys because of all the pointy bits facing forward, so it creates a nice line, as you can see. For this guy's face paint, I was like starting with just a white slash across his face, and then it got all uneven, so I carried it over, and it just ended up painting his whole face. So, you know what? I might go back, but I kind of like it. It reminds me of my old Zulu Savage Orcs, where I painted them like African Zulu warriors. I'll show you guys those later, but there you go. So that's 2 of them. And I lined these guys up not in a horde, but in a the first rank I put into, you know, 2 ranks of 5, just to give me some more space to work with. Then let me show you these guys. These regimental bases should make it easier for if you're playing horde, or if you're in a regular, you know, ranked up unit like that, to remove guys when, you know, you get hit with the those big spells that I've been watching on all the bat reps that take out, you know, 10 guys at once. So you put a couple of these guys in the back ranks, or in the back ranks of the horde, and you should be good to go. A couple of these regimental bases, then you just move around the odd single guys when you need to. And let's see what the narrative for this is. Not really much. I put the 2 guys in the middle, the ones that are moving, because it's an optical illusion, but if you'll notice, they're all connected at the wrists. There, and the 3rd guy is connected actually over there. And the thing is that you glue their feet into place, but even then, you know, if you bump it or move it kind of quickly, then you know, roughly up against something, these guys will pop off. So it's one more point to add a little spot of glue, super glue, so that they're all connected, so it's a lot harder for you to break off one single Savage Orc. And the narrative in this is only that these 3 guys are ready to go forward, and this guy on the end sees something that distracts him, so he's off yelling at it. Charge! 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 Ooh, shiny butterflies. So he's looking off at the end. And another thing with this Savage Orc unit that I'm painting up is that I'm trying to give them the contrasting color war paint, so that they might have like blue on the face, red on the chest or on their arm, and then white on the leg, like that. Or blue, white, and red, white, red, and blue, blue, white, and red. And here's the back. Oh yeah, that's another thing. I think I'm gonna stop painting these orcs for a while, because I've had it with painting butts. Orc butts. I've had it. I'm sick. I'm done. And I know I got 20 more to go, but Man, I'm so sick of painting orc butts. Okay, so move these guys off to the side, and I'll show you the last 4 single guys. They're not, there's not too much going on in these. They're just, you know, single unit fillers, but the thing is, I like to make each guy individual, so it takes longer because even when I'm batch painting, I like to take the time to give each one something that distinguishes them, and in this case it's their tattoos, right? Blue, white, red, blue. So, it takes a little bit longer, but I feel like the effort is worth it because, because even if I were to play a game like a big game where lots of guys get taken off right at the beginning, you know, from the deployment, your opponent can look across the table and see, wow, this guy really spent a lot of time on his army, and he's really blended the colors together, even though they just rank and file guys, and, you know, otherwise nobody will see them. That way, when they get killed, you can put them off to the side of the table, and any passerby who happens to be walking by can see it and think, oh wow, this is really good stuff. I should spend more time to paint my guys. And the thing I love about Savage Orcs too is that their weapons on these new sculpts, look at this craziness. It's a bone lashed to a jawbone lashed to a piece of rock. Or in this one, it's a bone lashed to a piece of rock, or in my case, crystal. You know, these weapons are so crazy, and one of my personal favorites is this Wolverine gauntlet, which is just a bunch of bones and fangs just lashed together, and it's just crazy. It's insane. Hello. And here's my last guy. Like I said, I disagree with the fact that orcs have hair. I think it's ridiculous. But with Savage Orcs, I don't mind, because it just seems to fit the theme, and it gives me some place to put that red spot color. So it's okay, you know, I'm okay with it. But orc bot. So I'm gonna take a little pause right now and rank them all up into their 2 horde ranks, so you can see how the horde is progressing. So I'll see you in a minute. And here we have it, 2 perfectly ranked up rows of Savage Orcs in horde formation, with one guy on the side, no one to dance with. He's, I realized I have an extra guy because of this big choppa on the end is actually 2 orcs. So, he's gonna have to wait for the next row. I'll only paint up 9 guys, so he's got a whole rank to stand with. But they look pretty good. I think you can hardly tell that, you know, I'm just amazed just looking at them. I lost my train of thought for a second because I just imagined how all 40 of them are going to look. They really do look, when they're spread 10 across, they look like just a mob of crazy, savage, monster beasts. And I think that's awesome. They all look different, they all have character, they all have narrative, they're all doing something that is, you know, crazy and wild and just basically savage. And their tattoos pop, and they look good. The flocking, I think, works really well. The pale sand against the sparse tufts of foliage and grass and rocks every once in a while. They look really good, I think, and I can't wait to get the rest of these guys painted up. So let me know what you guys think, and comment, subscribe, rate up if you like Savage Orcs, if you play Orcs and Goblins, what your favorite tactics are, anything like that, just give me a sense for, you know, how other Orc and Goblin generals play, or even just how you model or paint your Savage Orcs. What kind of tattoos do you do? What's your color scheme? How do you do it? Stuff like that. I might do a tutorial for my next rank probably the 4th rank. I started to do a tutorial on this camera. It's just really hard. I don't have a tripod, so you know, it's really hard to do. But I might do one because some people have been emailing and posting comments. And thank you so much for all the comments and for all the positive words. You know, it's really encouraging and it keeps me going. And welcome to all my new subscribers. I hope you like all the crazy orc madness that is my channel. And other stuff too, like Pirates and Dark Eldar and Catachin and Deathcore and everything else that I've got lined up that I want to paint up eventually. So welcome, thank you for joining us, and